He's got the face of a guy that lies.
Yeah, go.
So you have this is the hook, your load cell measures tension and compression, and then another hook. And then you see here, this cable goes into your amplifier box. And then your amplifier box goes into your DAC, data acquisition system. And this part goes into here to your output power. And then this is what's connected to the power. And so what this does is it measures tension and compression. So if you pull it, it's going to give you an output voltage. And then you compress it, it gives you an output voltage. So basically, we want to see, we have known weights here. So 20 kg slabs, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And we just want to see, when I put a weight of 20 kg, what's the output voltage? 40 kg, what's the output voltage? And then you scale it, so you get a relationship between output voltage and weight. So that's what we're doing here. And yeah, if you can check that. So yeah, this is connected to your data acquisition system. So it's gonna give you a voltage there. So yeah, this is how you record the data on here. And yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. It's called calibrating a load cell. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, big. Yeah. So you see there's a spike there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
He can't dress, but at least he tries. I give you everything you need, yeah. I change your pace from what you know. I think it's time you reassess, yeah. Take a break and let it go. What's the loss? I think you should break it off. I know you want to, I know you want to, yeah. What's the loss? I think you should break it off. I know you want to, I know you want to,
Okay guys, so I'm going to talk about what I was doing today. I was scaling your load cell. So what does it mean to scale a load cell? A load cell, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the video somewhere, but it measures compression and it measures tension. So you push it together, it will tell you what force you're pushing it together. You pull it apart, it's going to tell you what force you're pulling it apart with. But you know what, engineering, it's never that simple. So it actually gives you an output voltage when you push it and pull it. So that means nothing. Imagine you pull this load cell and it gives you an output voltage of 1.86 volts. That means nothing. So you need to scale it. So you hang slabs of known weights in increments. So you add a 20 kg slab, because the slabs I used, they each weigh 20 kg. 20 kg slab, and then you note your voltage. And then you add another 20 kg slab, so it becomes 40 kg, and then you note your voltage at 40 kgs. Add another slab, and then you note your voltage at 60 kgs. Add another slab, and then you can note your voltage at 80 kgs. So now, what you can end up doing is creating a graph of voltage versus force, because you know your mass, and if you want to get your force from your mass, let's say it's 20 kgs, then it's simply just 20 times 9.81, and it's around 200 newtons. So yeah, so you do it like that. So now you know that at this voltage, it's at this weight, at 200 newtons, it's going to be this voltage. At this weight, 400 newtons, it's going to be this voltage. At this weight, 600 newtons, it's going to be this voltage. And then you can end up creating a relationship between voltage, and you can determine rather your relationship between voltage and force. So now, next time you use your load cell, and it gives you an output voltage, you have the relationship, and you can get the corresponding force. So that's the whole point of scaling it. Sometimes I call it calibrating. And it gets a bit more weensy, tiny bit complicated, because when you actually get the data from your load cell, now it outputs a binary file from your DAC, your data acquisition system. So it's like ones and zeros. So first you gotta take that binary file and then put it into this file called a read v3 file, and it converts your binary into a form that Python can read. And then I created a Python code to take that raw data and put it onto Excel. So why it's raw data is because imagine this thing, as you sampling, so you literally click sample on your laptop and it starts recording data. So let's say I put 20 kg. That 20, as you put on that 20 kg, it's getting 1,000 points per second. So, and I sampled for 5 seconds per slab. So you can imagine now, if I have 5 seconds, it's going to be 5,000 data points. For 20 kg, 5,000 voltage points for 20 kg. So now I need to take those 5,000 voltage points, and then I need to take the average. And then that average value, then I know at 20 kg, this is going to be the average value, you know? So it gets quite, it does get quite intense, I don't lie, but it is quite cool. So I'll show you now on Excel and also Python what I'm doing, and you'll see exactly what I mean by the data points. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing now.
He plays a game that'll make you stay. He sells out to keep his life that way. I know letting go ain't that easy. Out of sight.
Alright, so this is exactly what I was talking about. So this is for the first test. So if you see, like let's say baseline is basically when there's no weights on it. It's just your load cell in the middle with the two hooks. That's the baseline. So it's like the base where you start. And then you have 20, 40, 60, 80. So 20 kgs, can you see it's giving you a list of values all the way up to, you see, imagine 10,000 values. So that's a lot, right? So that's what it does. It's just giving you data. Now you want the average, because I sampled for, that means in this test, it means I sampled for 10 seconds. So it gave me 10,000 data points of voltage. So then what you do is you take your average voltage, let's say at 20 kg, and you take the average of that whole column, and then it's 0.08 volts. And then same with 40 kg, 0.158 volts, and you do that. See, now I have your voltage and I have your corresponding force. And then I created a graph here, voltage versus force. And you see, now I have a relationship. So every single time I use that load cell now, and it gives me a certain voltage, it's going to be somewhere in here. Then I can just plug that voltage into this equation, and it's going to give me what force I'm pushing or pulling that load cell at. So that's the whole point of scaling. And the reason we're able to do this is because we've hanged known masses. And then the Python code, it looks like this. So this Python code basically just, it takes the data. So here's the read v3. It takes the data from your binary file, converts it to language that Python can read, and then when it's done, it outputs it to Excel. See right there. and then it outputs it to Excel like this, like let's say 20 kg. It outputs it like that, sensor reading, and then it gives you the whole column for 20 kgs of voltages that it measured over those 5 to 10 seconds. And then you take that and then you make another Excel where you put them all together and then you get your relationship. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I actually did 3 tests just to make sure that I was accurate. So I'm gonna go do this whole process another 2 times. It's a lot, but nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on what I was doing today, let me know in the comments. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the right stuff. And yeah, see you guys next time.